Welcome back to Night of the Dead. It is day 46 and we just did wave 46 and some of the changes went well. That little stairway I put in to allow myself to get up, not such a good thing to leave in place as it caused some issues. So that's been removed. We have, as you probably, I think I have the recording on. As you probably saw, I changed out the ballista because it's ineffectual the way I was using it. If I had a slew of ballistas up there to shoot it down at the zombies, I think that might work. However, I don't. And I don't think making ballistic ammo is the best use of branches. So, however, as I have three oil collectors and a fourth one once I get enough. Iron gathered up, I can get the fourth and fifth one made. And so once the fourth and fifth one are made, worst case, and it's actually what I think happens more often than not, is I will get 5 oil. Now granted, I did just get, I believe, let me just double check, 6, so I got 3, 2, and 1, which is much better than seems to be the norm. So if I can harvest 3 times a day, and I can average 6 or even 7 out of the 5, that'll give me 21. And that should be more than enough fuel, even using 3 flamethrowers in different locations. So I think the flamethrowers are going to be a positive in this third location I have it, because it'll actually hit the pendulum as well. I'm going to enclose the first one a little bit to, or at least my thought process is to stop it from shooting up into the pendulum. And then if I can do that and concentrate it so it's really hitting where I want it to, which is in the entryway. I want it to hit the ones in the entryway. I want it to cause damage, slow them up, thin out the crowd a little bit before they come to the Pendulum playground. my goodness. I should be getting a daytime wave soon. So thin them out before they get to the Pendulum playground, and you know, hopefully up the frame rate. As I said, I don't think my processor is really having any issues temperature-wise. And that could be because of liquid cooling. But the frame rate is certainly bad. And I was reading something in Discord that Cage848 said, and one of his comments was that he's having issues with his computer, and you know, the graphics aren't looking that good. Because he's looking at starting to play again. Which would be good. It'll bring people back into the game, and you know, they'll be able to start looking for other channels, and maybe they'll find me, which would be cool. So, but anyways, Cage was saying he's having issues, and it was brought in that comment he made is that his computer wasn't having these problems when he first started playing, and it's something I noticed as well, that I think I'm getting worse frame rates now than I did before one of the major hot fixes or updates. So I think they lost some optimization, and I can't help but think it is maybe when they brought in the new pathing. So a comment from one of the official testers on Discord stated that the next fix coming out is supposed to be addressing optimization, which is something I've been asking for some time. You know, as the game is almost unplayable. I was watching somebody else who's doing a survival playthrough right now, and they're on, I think they're on wave 35, and it's a husband and wife. Yorkshirepuds. And their frame rate is so bad that it's really almost unplayable for them. And wow. Okay. Let's get away for a bit. Oh, and there's another one coming. Wonderful. Okay, so I added health back in. Yeah, they're definitely getting harder. So, and at one point, both of them fell off their base. And yeah, it was so bad. The lag was so bad that when he came back up, he had, I don't know, half a dozen butcher cleavers in him. He was still holding his gun and the lightsaber, and I'm not sure if he was holding something else as well, but it took probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes for everything to kind of revert back, and for him to, you know, look like he was just holding the one weapon that he was supposed to be holding. And again, they're trying to, and good on them, they're trying a base that is just pendulums, really. Cool idea, but, you know, as anybody who's watching me is well aware, the pendulums just are not powerful enough to destroy the zombies. You need to have something that inflicts more damage. So maybe if you had, oh, I just had an idea. Maybe if you had pendulums and you had fencing, so they had to go down the pendulums. But if you put cutters on the outside, you could easily load up the cutters because you're on the wrong side of the fence, or the right side of the fence. The cutters, as we know, will hit. They've got about a 1.5 kind of block radius damage. So if you had cutters on both sides that you could load up while forcing them down through the gauntlet of the pendulums, that might work. Interesting idea. You'd have to set your base up with that being the idea to begin with. You know, and then use traps or bring them up to, you know, kind of a bit of a pendulum fall base like what I have to force them back through the gauntlet again. And then the whole time you're just above, and if you did the cutters on the outside, and you basically ran bridges over top so that you could run along the top of those. And I believe you can put, yeah, that would work. That would probably work. As I ramble on about possible base ideas. I know, leave me your comments. What do you think? With what I was just musing about, do you think that would work? The idea is that you would have the cutters with a walkway above them, so you could get them. You could also get the pendulums, and if you had a bait trap on top of the pendulums, they're going to, for the most part, ignore you when you're there. Plus, they're getting hit by the pendulums and the cutters all the time, but they're going to be basically stun blocked and not able to do anything. That would work. I think it would. Might be interesting to try and just see. Maybe I'll suggest it to them. see what they think. Because I know they're basically saying, you know, the game's just getting too laggy. They can't keep playing with the number of zombies that they're getting. And you know, you've seen my videos, and I'm getting what, down to like 6 and 7 frames per second. Hey, this is where Baron started his legendary playthrough. So, yeah, give me your thoughts. Let me know if you think that would work. I think there's a good chance of that. Anyways, I'm just going to continue to gather resources. As I said, I think I've got the base. Final incantation. Of the way I want. I think there's just a few more things to add in. Oops. Or clean up. And then I think the base is good. And then once it's good, I can start doing some exploratory stuff again, such as going down into the subway with a couple traps and a handheld flamethrower, if somebody else hasn't already done that. And to see. Now, I will go into one thing about bases. I've been hearing a lot about loading up bases from the underside. So for instance, cutters. You can put cutters over an opening between either columns, much like you do a floor, or between two platforms. So they'll operate the same as a floor does. Any place you can put a floor, you can pretty much put a cutter. So if you create a elevated area for the zombies to run on, you can reload from underneath the cutters. Sounds like a... Doesn't sound like it. I know it would work. However, there's one thing that, you know, I think I've mentioned before that I've had to start taking into account now on my base designs is, how is it going to view for other people? So, I mean, I could design a base that would just kill zombies incredibly quick. However, it may not be the most entertaining views. So, you know, where do you, as somebody who's trying to put out videos to entertain and watch people, there's certain things we can't necessarily do. I've resisted putting up railings on part of the bases. And why have I resisted doing that? It would stop them from jumping up and getting at me. So why have I resisted doing that? For that exact reason. It would stop them from jumping up and getting at me. And let's face it, them jumping up and getting at me and going after the bait trap is entertaining. Not just for a viewer, but for the player as well. I mean, for me, I kind of like, it can be annoying at times, yeah, but it's also, hey, now I have to worry about this, you know, jumper that's gone up there, or a green that's got up there, or Thankfully, I've not had a butcher up there. Oh, actually, that's not true. I did have a butcher on the other base, didn't I? Or an exploder or whatever it is, and you get these zombies that get up with you. Well, now all of a sudden, you have to deal with them. And is it going to adversely affect the base? Am I going to miss loading up traps? I didn't even hear the howl of that. So yeah, it's going to make loading up traps a little bit more difficult. Are you going to get to them in time? Different things that you need to think about. Okay, so that's it. I'm done rambling. Maybe. So let me finish this gathering. If anything exciting shows, I will happens, I will show you. And if not, I'll see you at the base, and we can start going over things to prep for wave 47. Cheers. Okay, so we are back, and I just took a break. I'm having an apple. So what did we get? I left with very few branches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, what is that? 6, 10. So 1,020. That's enough for 2 wave nights. I got another 92 iron. I picked up the gas. I got 22 copper. Not that I need the copper. Sorry, 14 gas, 22 copper, 7 copper wire. So yeah, it's. I'm going to look at placing. So let's get the iron ingots made. I'll just get it all made into iron ingots. Might as well. That's how we're going to use it anyways. So. Take the iron ingots from there, put the copper back. I'm going to want to make 2 gears, and I need some plastic. And I need some lumber and some logs and some planks. So, and I need rope and nails. I don't know if anybody noticed, but last wave night, oh, my inventory's full. How about that? Let's dump those back. Let's go with 500 and some odd. There we go. Okay, so I should have been able to make those. So last wave night, when we got a jumper up with up here, and it was going after this bait trap. These walls are damaged because I was shooting at it. So I forgot to protect the bait trap. What am I missing? Will it just not place there? There we go. So now that's a little bit better protected. I'm just going to load this up with the 20 fuel that we have at the moment. Other than that, I think the base is pretty good. I've taken out the stairs. The only other thing I've thought about is encasing that in fence and basically stopping them from being able to jump off that. Now, the other thing I was going to do was I had been originally wanting to put this underneath here as well, but for the limited that are actually getting to those traps, if they fall down and go all the way around, I'm not that concerned about it. Where are my... There they are. And let's grab these. So I need more nails and 4 rebar. And 4, so I need 8 and 8. 8. And 8. And a bunch of nails. Good enough. So I should have enough to build 2 of them. 2, 2, 2, double, double, double. Oh, I need more rings. And let's go down and place those. I should be getting away shortly. Oh well. Oh, you're going to interfere with me, aren't you? Oh. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. Oh, come on. What else was I going to do? Have to look at creating more. Oh, yeah. I need to build a bench. Equipment bench. Dynamite. There we go. Oh, that'll be a piece of cake. Dynamite's so easy. I thought it was easy to make. Okay, let's go back down and let's try and place those again. I doubt I'll be able to get another one out before the wave night, but At least there'll be one, and then if I can do it twice a day, and if I can get 2 to 3 times a day, ideally, I'll have plenty of fuel to run this. So the next thing I was going to do, okay, so I need that, and that. Let's repair that. In fact, once I put these up, my goodness, I'm going to kill myself jumping off. Okay, so that's enclosed now. Okay, we are pretty much ready for the wave night. There's a couple things I want to keep an eye on. One, I think they're still going to jump down that way, so I can get to them there. That, because I don't have this stupid little stairs here, they'll be forced to go up that way. So this will only really catch, I don't even know what this one will catch. If anything, we'll go back up that way. But if it does, great. If not, great. Just make sure all of this is up, repaired and updated. So then again, we have flamethrower there. I'm going to allow it to shoot this way. I know it's a bit of a danger if I come down, but I can't see a zombie being along this path that it would shoot at me. So I think that's fine. Yeah, so I think we are good. So when I was up repairing this morning, I noticed that some of those had been used, and so we did have one go along that route. Yeah, I think we are good for wave night. So we'll call this video good here, and I will see you at the start of Waves 47. Thank you very much for watching. I've got a couple new subscribers. Thank you very much. Enjoying the comments and the likes. I posted a video for the 7 Days to Die, and it was a bit of a gong show, but you know what, so be it. I posted it, and haven't really gotten to see much reaction on it yet, but it is what it is, and it wasn't my finest hour of playing games, but yeah, go take a look at it if you're at all interested in a different game. And yeah, I will see you Wave 47. So have a good day, a good evening, a good night, depending on where you are in the world and what time you're watching. Cheers.